Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Fashawn Jones. Yep, you know it. Visionary of Fedora Outlier LLC. You guys doing good? I am doing marvelous. So listen, we're going to do video number 2 on this particular Windows versus Mac thing, a modern experience. And I will tell you, it's definitely been a journey. So I want to talk about a couple of things in this interview and get to some of the things that you guys asked me. Well, let's go to the things that you guys asked me. One, what type of computer is it? So it's a Hewlett Packard, H-E-W-I-T-T, Hewlett Packard, HP Firefly, and it's their business line of computers. And again, it was 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte of NVMe, one of those two, NVMe is, I think, what it is, hard drive. It's a very, very thin hard drive. It's about a little bit longer than a credit card and slightly thicker. That's what a MV M.2 is the easier name for it. So M.2 drive, that's what it looks like, and so of course you can easily fit that, and that's how we get these very, very thin computers that we have. And it's an i7 11th generation processor, which is the latest iteration of Intel's i7 processor. That was one thing. The other thing that I get is, well, you can't do this on the Mac the way you can on Windows, and that is absolutely true. You're working with two different operating systems, two different computers, two different screen readers, two different thought processes, and is one better than the other? Well, yeah, it is, for the person who's using it. I use the word closed-minded. I'm not really closed-minded. I'm a big proponent of use the tool that works for the situation that you're in, which means if you're hammering in a nail and you use a wrench, yeah, it might not be the best tool. It could work. The wrench is heavy, you can bang, but might not be the best thing. So with that out the way, there was an email that I got that I'm actually post on the next video. That's gonna sum it up for me. And you guys, yeah, you're gonna be surprised at what you're gonna hear from me next week and what I say on that. So here's what we have so far. I called Freedom Scientific because, of course, I wanted to know the new iterations in JAWS. I talked to Hewlett Packard, I talked to Dell, I talked to Lenovo, I talked to Acer, I talked to Asus, right? So I got several different informed opinions, and I talked to all of them about the changes in Windows since I used it proficiently every day 17 years ago. What's the difference? What's the changes? What is the enhancements? What's greater? What's better? What's different? What would make me make a decision to use Windows more and more? It would never be like my main computer, and that's what I'm grabbing because I do too much audio and video, and it is definitely not optimized for that. So that's one drawback, which makes me wonder, why would I even use it? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing audio and video. I mean, do I need 32 gigs i7 processor to process the sending of my email or that Word document? I don't know. Well, I do know. No is the answer. And so when I talked to Freedom Scientific, one thing I was very, very pleased with is their customer service. Before, you would get a person, and they were more than likely blind, and the customer service was just all over the place. Now, you call, get a minute wait, 30-second wait. Somebody picks up. They're nice. They're friendly. They're informed. And so when I talked to Freedom Scientific, I was pleased to find out that for $90 a year, you can have JAWS, right? And you can buy bundles for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, or maybe it was 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. But I didn't know they had a 5 year plan in which you can purchase a copy of Jaws for $90 a year times whatever amount of years you purchase. And so I was thinking maybe, well, there's a discount, right? If I buy it for 5 years, no, it just locks in the price. If it ever goes up um, in 5 years, then that's the price that you have it at. All right, cool. Great customer service. Now, here's the thing. I am so used to walking anywhere in the world, walking up to a Mac and pressing Command F5 and VoiceOver comes on. I am so used to going to a brand new computer of anybody's in the world and putting my thumb drive in and carrying my VoiceOver preferences with me wherever I go. I am so used to buying a Apple product and right out of the box I can press a button 3 times, or I can press Command F5, or it automatically is detected that I'm a VoiceOver user when I go through the setup process, that I was a bit befuddled. I was stumped. I was really not with it when you got to open up this computer, fumble to get narrator up and running, go through that whole process, and then you got to download and set up, and I just don't enjoy it. It was painful, is painful, and then to get your computer optimized for what you need, is a whole 3-day process, even for me with sighted help. I'm not just talking about your screen reader setup. I'm just talking about importing preferences, moving apps around, getting the various apps that you're used to being accessible, finding an alternative. And so, is that part of the computing process? Well, yeah, it's a bit easier, when you can just, like before, or like now, go grab your old phone, take it to T-Mobile, buy a new one, type in an Apple ID, and everything is ported over. Hold your phone next to your new phone, and I mean, everything is like there. And so that was a journey. But other than that, those 3 things: great customer service, the fact that you can get JAWS for $90 a year versus, their $1,000, $1,200, and then some SMA, and I never really liked that. Luckily, during the time I was using it, vocational. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I brought my first copy of JAWS. It was JAWS 4, JAWS 4 or 7. I can't remember. I know after 7, I just stopped using it, so it's probably JAWS 4. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, what did Acer, Hewlett Packard, Dell, Lenovo, and the bunch say? Not a lot of changes, buddy. Not a lot of changes. Still buggy. Still multiple patches. Oftentimes, every week to 2 weeks. Still fragmented all over the place, and of course the screen reader is still bolted on versus built in. That's one thing that I love. Um, and again, I'm talking to manufacturers who use Windows every day. This is the feedback. Can't make this up. You know what I mean? All right, so haven't made a final decision. Listen, I'm headed out to the West Coast on business. I'll be back with my final decision as to what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, why I'm going to do it. And I'm going to shoot the tips from the top floor there. The April edition is going to be from a very, very special place. And it's going to be amazingly awesome. All right. So listen, you guys know what it is. And if you don't, I'll tell you. Let's change the world. Let's change the world together.